Hey guys, Alex here. I am back again reacting to another Shan BOODY video. This is the biggest mistake women make during sex. So I love this girl. I think she gives great advice. I'm a little bit jealous, to be honest, because I wish I had the reach that she has. But anyway, let's watch this video. Let's see what she thinks is the biggest mistake women are making during sex. Let's see if she's right about it, see if she's wrong. I think you can probably tell that she's probably already right about it. But let's hop into it. Let's see what she has to say is the biggest mistake women are making during sex.
I'll make this video short and sweet and tell you guys the #1 mistake that women make during sex. I mean, just sexuality, period.
So I actually love this because sex and being good at sex and having a good sex life is so much more than just what happens in the bedroom. So much of it is based on communication and trust and your relationship outside of the bedroom. And so she's making this point that this is something that women do, it's a huge mistake women do that just destroys their sex lives, but it's not necessarily something that happens during sex, and that's a great point to make.
And this video, just so you guys know, is not just for you. It's a helpful reminder for me as well, because yes, even I make this mistake. That is how common this shit is.
Yes, everyone makes mistakes during sex. You shouldn't feel badly about it. I make mistakes, she makes mistakes, everyone makes mistakes. The worst thing you can do if you do make a mistake is make it all awkward and kind of not address it at all and kind of try to brush it under the rug, I guess is the expression. The best thing you can do is laugh about it. We're all learning about sex as we go. It's a journey. No one is born an expert. You're bound to make mistakes. You're bound to do the wrong thing at the wrong time. You're bound to make mistakes. Just laugh about them. Make it lighthearted. And this is actually going to work twofold, because not only are you acknowledging that you make mistakes and that you're not deeply affected by them, but you're also giving your partner permission to make mistakes, and you're showing them that you're not going to judge them for any mistakes that they make. We're already so insecure about our sex lives. It's something that's reducing the quality of almost everyone's sex life because we're just so insecure and we're so worried about our performance. If you can take that away and take away the thought that if I make a mistake during sex, I'm going to be shamed or looked down upon, just cut that out. Make light of it. It's a journey. You guys should be learning together if you're having sex with each other. You should be communicating openly. Don't harp on mistakes you've made.
Take a little walk with me for a second. You and your boo have the night to yourselves. You call them over, you have everything prepped. They come over and you are already excited. So excited the neighbors could come over for a swim if they wanted to. But no, tonight is just between you and them. You get to making out. Everything is great and it's groovy. They strip your clothes off. You strip their clothes off. Then they have that moment where they stare at you and they look at you and they really, really look at you. Their eyes on your body and you find yourself verbally vomiting out, I know, I haven't been to the gym in a long time. Don't try and stare at my rolls too hard. What?
Yes, this is exactly right. If you're insecure in any way, you're not going to be as present in the experience, and it's not going to be as good for you. One of the driving factors of sexual quality is how present you are in the experience, how connected you are to the experience, how immersed you are. If you're not in the moment, if you're thinking about other things, if you're getting distracted by things like insecurities or what you have to do in the day, these are all things that are just going to reduce your arousal. They're going to reduce your psychological stimulation. And it's just going to make the sex so much worse for you. If you can remove these insecurities from your mind and just be present in the experience, then it's going to improve the quality of your sex by a huge margin.
And you are ruining your sex life because of it. Bringing your insecurities into the bedroom or into any kind of intimate setting not only makes it awkward for the other person, but also it reminds you in a time when you're supposed to feel celebrated, liberated, sexy, and beautiful, that once again, here's one more thing that you probably can't be as good at as you want to be.
I know you're thinking that this is far easier said than done. It's hard to just remove insecurities and just think to yourself, I'm going to be present in the moment all of a sudden with no actual practice or anything like that in order to kind of get you into that mindset of being present in the moment. But this goes back to an earlier point in the video where we shouldn't be thinking about improving our sex lives just in the physical act of having sex. Our sex lives are determined by factors before we have sex and after we have sex. The closer, the more trusting we are with our partner, obviously, the less insecure we're going to be. If we have an open dialogue with our partner about things we might be insecure about, or just even we have an open dialogue about sex where we're talking about what we like, what we don't like, it's automatically going to make you more comfortable during the sex. There's no reason you should be uncomfortable having sex with a partner that you're in a relationship with. Everyone is learning. Everyone is on this journey together, especially if you're in a relationship with someone. You're in that journey together. Your main purpose, your main job is to make the sex better for both of you. That means working on yourself. That means communicating to your partner, having them work on themselves.
And as women know, women who are sexual, the surest way to getting yourself that big release and that big O is to get out of your head, to be in the moment. And how can you be in the moment if you were trying to figure out what positions you can be in that hide the roles?
I'm trying to guide you into the direction of being more open about your sexuality, because if you're more open, your partner is going to feel more open. And if you're more open about your sexuality, you're going to be more able to be present in that experience, and you're going to be more able to help your partner become present in that experience.
Lastly, a tip for everybody. If you want your partner to be free, sexy, fun, and spontaneous in the bedroom, you cannot, under any circumstances, criticize them for what they do or how they look during sex. Period. Ever. Point blank. Wrap that shit up. FedEx it overnight. I don't want to talk about it ever again. You can give pointers, you can give guides, you can tell them what you like, but don't ever make fun of them for something that they did, wore, said, or looked like during sex. It already is hard enough as it is to free up in that space. When you start creating that little demon in their head and feeding that shit some food, it gets even bigger, and there is no space in their cranium for anything else other than self-doubt. Point blank period. If you're having sex with somebody who has broken any of these rules, you better stop that shit right now, because they don't deserve you and all of your great infinite power and beauty.
If both of you are thinking about insecurities, if both of you are thinking about things outside of sex when you're having sex, it's not going to ever be good. There's only so far that physical stimulation can go. We have sex for the psychological aspect of it. Otherwise, we'd all be happy masturbating away in our basements. Why would we want sex if it's purely physical and we can do it ourselves? We are always looking for the psychological aspect of sex. It's always going to be the most important part. And the way that you can kind of increase your capacity for psychological stimulation, the best way you can do that is by being present in the moment and making sure your partner is also present in the moment. If you're a woman and the guy you're having sex with is already getting to undress you, is already getting to see you naked, they don't care about how you look. And if they do, then that's their problem. And you probably shouldn't be with them, honestly. When you think about sex, you should think that this person has the privilege of having sex with you. You shouldn't worry about how your body looks, how you're going to act during sex. The best thing you can do to make your sex life better is to just be present and just enjoy the experience for yourself. The more you can do before you have sex with your partner in terms of communication and building trust and just knowing that your partner is not going to judge you and that you're not going to judge them, the more you can do before you have sex in terms of that and kind of clearing the air and just establishing this sexual relationship that is just completely non-judgmental, it's open-minded, and it's extremely communicative, then these insecurities are going to naturally go away, and you're not going to have to worry about it. So do the work. Actually talk to your partner. I know it might seem hard, but actually do it. If you're afraid of initiating a conversation before you've had sex, then do it after you've had sex. Or, better yet, be responsive and reactive during sex. If you like something, grab onto them, moan louder, let them know you like something. And the same thing goes for guys. We shouldn't go into sex without communicating, without kind of setting these ground rules of there's no judgment whatsoever. We're both going to try to be as immersed in the experience as we can. And we're both going to be forgiving of mistakes, and we're just going to laugh them off. If you really can't communicate about this stuff before sex, do it after. After you've had sex with someone is a great opportunity because you both are going to be more open and receptive. It's a great opportunity to ask them what they liked about the sex, what they maybe didn't like about the sex, but don't show any signs of judgment. Don't criticize or insult or do anything that's going to increase insecurity. Trust me, like I said before, most people are insecure in some way when it comes to sex. And if we highlight that, it's just going to make it worse for the both of you. The more engaged your partner is in sex, and the more engaged you are, even if you're not feeling it, if you see that your partner is feeling it, it's just going to make the experience so much better for you. In summary, communicate with your partner, tell them what you like, ask them what they like, build up this sense of trust and rapport before you've had sex, shed any insecurities that you possibly can, and trust that your partner is not going to judge you because you've established that you are not going to judge them, and it will improve your sex life dramatically. So once again, she gets it pretty spot on. This is a huge thing for women and men. Insecurity is rampant when it comes to sex. So anything that you can do within the realm of sexuality, which means before sex, during sex, after sex, anything that you can do to help your partner decrease their insecurity or just decrease your own insecurity, it's just going to improve everything. If you like this video, let me know. If you have any questions pertaining to sex or sex advice, or you want me to react to something, let me know in the comments below. I'm going to read as many as I can. I'm going to respond to as many as I can. Like I said, I'm doing this because I want to help people have better sex and better relationships. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.